excitement that we welcome Eric Nam!
Superstar Eric Nam. Hello, Eric.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Welcome back to Manila.
Thank you so much.
All right. Of course, I'm not sure if you heard the screams from backstage. I'm sure you did. But, first of all, how are you feeling joining us here today? Thank you for joining us, by the way.
Yeah, of course, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. I didn't expect such a grandiose introduction, but thank you for the generous introduction. And thank you to everybody for making it out on this day.
All right, but of course, we want to know, did you get a chance to explore Manila already over your past visit? Is there anywhere else that you would like to visit in particular?
Honestly, I have yet to really explore Manila. Every time I come, I feel like it's been in for a show or an appearance, and then I'm out. So this is probably the longest that I've spent in Manila, and again, it is pretty packed, but now that I hope to be here a lot more often so I can explore a lot more of Manila and the Philippines in general.
And hopefully you do get to explore Manila. I'm sure if people actually saw you exploring Manila, we'd hear a bunch of screams out on the streets. We'll know Eric's there. All right. And I'm sure our friends from the media also have lots of questions for you, Eric. So we are going to get into that right now. At this point, I'd like to call on stage the head of NIMA, Kat Bautista, to join Eric as I moderate the questions from the floor.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. I'm sure we...
Well, I'm very excited about partnering with NIMA, and then EN Management is my pre-existing management with my brother that we do. But I think it's really important to have an understanding of local culture as well as ways of doing business and just an understanding of ecosystems. And I think as music and as content becomes increasingly global, it's important to have people on the ground who are experienced, who have the interest of artists, the best interest of artists at heart. And I think we found that with NIMA. We're really looking forward to exploring a lot of interesting ways to do a lot of really fun things in the Philippines. So that's, I think, what I'm most excited about.
Do you have something to elaborate on?
Yeah, just absolutely excited to be able to support EN Management and Eric and their vision. And we're just here to make sure that everybody in the Philippines gets to know Eric and has access to Eric. And we're excited to see what the next year has to bring. Thank you.
Still is an album it released September 8th, and it is my 10th year as a singer, I realized. And so, in many ways, everything that I've learned and experienced as a singer-songwriter, as an artist of many different mediums, I think I really put into this album and this package. And so, not only is it a musical journey where we really experimented and tried to always improve the type and the styling and the quality of the music, but also visually, because visuals are so important. We really put a lot of effort into shooting a short film and about 4 music videos and a full world and a universe around this album. And so we put a lot of attention to detail and had a lot of fun with it. It was not easy to do, but it was a challenge that I feel like I wanted to take on and kind of say, 10th year, this is a big moment, let's do this properly. And so I'm really excited for fans and listeners to really dive into the music, and also, I hope, walk away from the album with a lot of introspection. I think the album came about as I was really contemplating what is it that really makes us happy, what really motivates us as people, and what makes us want to wake up every day and, fight for what we fight for, stand for what we stand for. And so a lot of that will be shared in the music. And I guess while we're at it, next Friday, the 11th, is my second single called Don't Leave Yet that releases. And then September 8th will be the album, and the title track of that is called Only for a Moment, which is a song that I worked on with my good friends, the British duo Han. So, an album that I'm very proud of, and I'm really excited for everybody to hear. Thank you. Thank you for the question. I think, we've had so many guests. We've had the privilege and the honor of hosting so many incredibly talented artists on Taebak's show. And I've been getting this question a good bit recently, and when I think about Taebak's show and why perhaps it's special for not only myself, for a lot of the viewers and the listeners, it's because you get to watch and listen to some of your favorite artists having very honest, open, candid conversations that perhaps they would not have on another show. And one of my favorite examples of that, I guess I'll give you two, is with Jackson Wang and Jessie, because they both came on the show and they were very honest and real and vulnerable. And to me, as an interviewer, as a host, as a friend, that is the most meaningful and the biggest honor, that somebody walks in and says, I want to talk to you about all these things that I love, or that I struggle with, or that I feel really good about, whatever that may be. And so those are, I think, two highlights, over the past 4 years of many incredible artists. But then I think another highlight for myself and the team is that when we first started, it was almost impossible to get artists on the show because nobody knew what a podcast was in Korea. We were the first K-pop podcast. But now we're at a point where we have so much inbound requests from artists, friends, labels who say, I want to come on, I want to talk about XYZ, or I want to just play games or just hang out, which is equally as good of a feeling and an honor. So I think those would be my highlights for Taebak's show. Thank you for the question. One of the hardest questions, and it changes all the time, but honestly, I am so open to collaborating with many, many people. I mean, if I'm just gonna list off some dream collabs would be like Bruno Mars, or Adele, or Justin Bieber, or Taylor Swift. I don't know, I'm just a pop artist at heart. Charlie Puth, I don't know. And so, anybody that really loves pop or ballads and that kind of stuff, I would love to collaborate with. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charmy. All right, our next question.
Survival audition program in 2011, and at the time I had a job offer pretty much signed at Deloitte Consulting doing strategy. And once I got off the show, I did a lot of soul searching, meeting with a lot of mentors and people that I respect, and everybody was like, this is your dream. This is what you have always wanted to do. You should give it a shot. And so it was, it's not like a big climactic moment, but it was through meeting with a lot of people and consulting with a lot of people that I trust that everybody was like, you should try it. And it was terrifying and it was really scary, and thank God it worked out. But that was about 10 years ago or so, and I'm really glad I did. And along the way, it's been a lot of challenges, but a lot of really, really incredible moments that I'm very grateful for. Thank you.